Hey everybody, how's it going? In today's video, we'll take a look at the bonus series. This beautiful Voiture Noire from Bugatti is featured in. I've already posted the overview for the exclusive series the car's featured in. Of course, that one price of entry is rather steep since you have to fully upgrade the car. But the bonus series, if you won the car through the Club Day event that is currently running in the flashback event, right? As a flashback event, then you already have access to this series without having to spend any more resources on the car. And with the PR that you would have won the car with, you will be able to go easily 75% completion in this series as well. And this series is called History in Motion, and you find it under Road Collection, the Season 1 section. And there it is. Just a second screen, so to speak. And the series features a couple of other cars alongside Porsche 935, the 2019 edition, and Lamborghini Veneno, one of the older cars that's been in the game since the very beginning of the release of Real Racing 3, some 10 years ago at this point. So let's see. I guess, yeah, Porsche 935, that car also has a limited series currently running as well in current round of Roundup Championship. And yeah, the, what do you call that? PR requirement is actually like 3 upgrades across the board this time, which is kind of unusual for a rerun limited series. But, well, it is. So I've already posted the video for that series overview as well. So you can check out the link in the description box below for that one. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the bonus series, History in Motion. So in terms of completing 75% completion, by the way, any of the 3 cars can do it. But 100% completion is only doable with the Bugatti. So History in Motion, a clash between 3 hyper-rare hypercars, each designed to celebrate the history of a prestigious European manufacturer. All right, Ferrari is namely missing. I would expect that to be one of the most iconic, prestigious European manufacturer, but apparently not according to Real Racing 3. I feel like they could have thrown in LaFerrari or something along that line in this lineup. I think that would have matched up really well, but apparently they didn't want to have a 4-car series or 5-car series. Which car would, which manufacturer would sneak in there? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but definitely the absence of Ferrari is very noticeable, isn't it? Anyway, the total rewards in this series, 79 gold total. The first 25% completion gets you 10 gold. 50% completion gets you 15 additional gold. 75% completion gets you additional 21 gold. And 100% completing gets you the remaining 33 gold. So with this, basically without putting any more upgrades on La Voiture Noire than how you want it, you should be able to win another 46 gold. So you're just missing that final 33 gold from 79 gold reward total. So yeah, that's, you know, that's a little bit of savings. And remember, if you want to 100% complete, you have to spend total of 1135 gold. So let's see, you probably already spent upwards of like close to like 580, like close to 600 gold, right? So you basically have to spend additional 500 gold to win that remaining 33 gold. Yeah, wait for upgrade discounts if you have patience for it. And of course, at that point, you're so close to maxing out the car, but that still is so far away, because that fully upgrading this car actually costs you 1,725 gold, as I discussed in the exclusive series overview. So, anyway, here, let's take a look at the. So, those are the rewards. And by the way, 20 tiers total. And of course, we got 3 time trial tiers for one for each car featured here. So, the first one is Lambo Veneno. And then the second one in tier 10 is going to be Porsche 935. And then the last one in tier 15 is for the Bugatti Voiture Noire. So that those are, time trial tiers. So like actual, I guess, trophy event tiers, we're down to now 17. But of course, the showcase tiers generally have 2 races only. So that brings down yet another, like, one less tier equivalent, right? So that brings us to essentially 51 trophies total, I believe, and 3 time trials. So let's see. Anyway, yeah, here. Let's take a look at the series itself now. By the way, 100% completion PR requirement is 96.3. And in order to reach that, as I said, you have to spend total of 1,135 gold if you're starting from 0 upgrades. But if you have won the car from the Club Day event, then obviously you're kind of halfway there. But that's still a lot of gold. Anyway, tier 1, we got Endurance at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, and followed by Drag Race at Daytona Speedway. We haven't raced there in a long time. Really, any speedway section of any of those Indy circuits, right? Well, I said any, meaning 2. And then the Cup for Tier 1 takes place at Leipzig Porsche Test Track on-road circuit. It's the long road circuit layout. And no PR requirement for first tier. It's going to be a 3-lap race. With these cars, it's going to be pretty quick 3 laps. And so now since we're checking into the series itself, actual race, let's take a look at the cars. So they put Porsche as the beginning, but as you can see, PR-wise, the Veneno is the lowest PR car in this group. Even base PR, it starts at 70.3, and as you can see, it maxes out at 86. And let's see, I guess this car is featured in 4 different series now, including this one. It's, as I said, been in the game since the early days. So it is actually a car that is featured in one of those main career series, the big box series in Legend section called VERTEX Spirit. And this is actually every car featured in that series can 100% complete that career series. But of course, you have to, I believe you have to own all the cars featured in the series, right? Because they have, exclusive car-specific showcase tiers, you know what I mean? So pretty typical road collection events, right? So that's one. It's also featured in Tour de Toro. That's a bonus series in Legend section of the road collection. Tour de Toro. So it's a bunch of Lambos, right? And once again, all the cars featured in there. That one, Tour de Toro. Let me remember. I think that's a Sesto Elemento series. But all the cars can actually 100% complete the series there as well, I think. But anyway, and then of course, as I said, it's got the exclusive series, the cars featured in, And the cost of the car is 900 gold if you're to buy it outright. And with the showcase discount, you get 20% off, so 180 gold off. You can get it for 720 gold. And the racing dollar, remember, this car has been in the game for a long time. So here are a couple of things that makes it unique or different from the more newer cars that's featured in the game. So number one, service time. It takes 5 hours and 15 minutes. Yes. Like more expensive cars used to have longer service time. So considering this was one of the most expensive cars in the game at the early stages, and even to this day, 900 gold is not something to sneeze at, you know. So it is, one of those cars that has one of the longest service time. So keep that in mind. And then the other thing to make note of is here, total upgrades available. There are 29. If you look at the others, they're 28s, right? That's the more typical modern, the newer car standard, right? But back in the early days, they didn't have a such standard. Some cars are going to have more upgrades, and some cars might not even have a category of upgrade included. So, you know, as you know, some of the earlier cars only have like 4 categories, right? Like if you think about like, you know, Sylvia and Ford Focus and, you know, along those cars. So, but yeah, so the way it's relevant, other than the fact that there are, you know, more upgrades available on this car, is that you get more than stage 1 upgrades as racing dollar upgrades. In fact, you get 16 first upgrades on this car with racing dollars alone before you have to spend any gold on it for upgrades. So that brings your PR up to 79.3. And yeah, so I'll have all the like relevant information for upgrade cost on this car to meet certain criteria, like completion criteria, how much you have to spend, what kind of upgrade scheme you need, in the description box below, so I don't go on too long in this video, since this car isn't even the featured. I mean, it's featured in the series, but it's not dedicated for this car. It's really about this guy, you know what I mean? But anyway, we'll go up the ranks here. So next one up is Porsche 935, and yeah, I mean, I've already posted quite a few videos on this car because it's been featured so many times in the game. So the car is featured in 3 different series, including this one. So this one, obviously, it's a supporting role to La Voiture Noire, but peak Porsche performance in Legend section is the bonus series where this car is the top dog or top whale. Where this car is the only car that can 100% complete the series. Not for this series, but that's a-okay. And then, of course, it has its own exclusive series, as you can see in that golden crown in the top right-hand corner of the screen. So the cost of the car, 850 gold, so slightly less than Veneno, even though PR is a good amount higher. Base PR, it starts at 75.3. As you can see, it maxes out at 93.4. So yeah, that's a good bit, you know, good, some like 7.4 PR point higher than Veneno. But it is cheaper, you know, in terms of gold cost. If you're spending gold to still buy cars, yeah, please don't do that. That's unless it's offered a really aggressive discount, then it is justified. But full price, yeah, stay away. You know, just buy other cars that's offered a discount. I mean, they give us discount offer like weekly, you know. So yeah, save up instead, right? That'll be my recommendation. Anyway, it is featured. Of course, it has a showcase, so you can get it for 680 gold, but that's only 20% off. I've seen better, right? So And this car, is one of the newer car. Well, newer as in like, it wasn't original lineup of the car when the game was released. Since this is from 2019, so upgrade scheme, yes, follows more of the current standard, right? So tier one or stage one upgrades across the board, racing dollar upgrades, right? So 7 upgrades before you have to spend gold. And the rest, stage two is all gold, stage three back to racing dollars, and so on, right? The even number being gold, odd number being racing dollars, right? So anyway, racing dollars alone brings your P up to 79.8. And yeah, so in terms of that, it's fairly close to Veneno, right? Without spending gold on upgrades. But yeah, peak Porsche performance, this car does cost you some 1125 gold to meet the 100% requirement there. But that is topic already discussed in another video that when I covered that series. So let's, more importantly, this car's been featured in 3 different limited time series. Three times. So it's, as I said, it's currently running right now. So this is the third instance that their opportunity to win this car, and the PR requirement this time around is actually cheaper or lower than the second instance. It's actually the same as the first instance. So it's a good opportunity, if you ask me, because they typically go up in price, never come down. Anyway, that's the story with the Porsche. And then finally, the featured car, or the series, the car that this series is truly dedicated to, La Voiture Noire. All right, so base PR 82.3, and then maxes out, as you can see, at 98.2. And the cost is 1,000 gold to purchase it outright. But I mean, given current, as I'm making this video, there's a better opportunity. And Club Day event isn't all that difficult. It's just expensive, because you have to pay up front, so to speak. It has a required PR, right? So you cannot just like get by with a better driving skill. You need to upgrade your car. So, but still, it's a lot more affordable than spending 1,000 gold and end up with no upgrades. You know what I mean? And if you miss out on the club day, then there is a showcase discount in this series. You can get it for then 800 gold. Still pretty pricey, right? And currently featured in just two series, one bonus series, this one, History in Motion, and of course the exclusive series. And upgrades wise, stage one upgrades are the only ones available for racing dollars, but because it's already starting at such high base PR, racing dollar upgrades alone, it gets you up to 86.3, which is in a different class compared to the two supporting cars featured in this series, right? So and as I said, if you want to not max out, if you want to 100% complete this series, you have to get pretty much every upgrade available on this car, except for the stage 4 drivetrain. So you don't need to get the last gold upgrade on the drivetrain. And suspension, you don't need to get the last stage 4 upgrade on suspension. And let's see, I guess you need to get, wait, I think I might have mistaken these numbers here. Let me double check this real quick. All right, so let me correct myself here. So I just double checked. And to 100% complete this series, you need to still max out engine. We're good on getting only 3 upgrades on drivetrain. Body needs to be maxed out. As I said, suspension, just 3 is fine. And then brakes, you need to max out, but you only need to get 3 upgrades on tires and wheels. So yeah, there are three categories basically that you don't need to max out. Other than that, you have to pretty much get every upgrade available on this car. So the ones that you can skip, the last one: drivetrain, suspension, and tires and wheels. Those stage 4 upgrades you can skip for 100% completing, but that's still very pricey. You know what I mean? And then of course, you know, if you max it out at the cost of some 1725 gold total, you can have access to that prestigious exclusive series. Anyway, so those are the featured cars specs. So now just let's just quickly run through the event itself. I'll just unlock with the gold and check out what types of events we are expected to encounter here. So tier 2, we got Autocross at Suzuka Grand Prix, followed by Speed Snap at Laguna Seca, and the Cup for tier 2 takes place at Spa, and it's gonna be 2 laps with a PR requirement of 72.5. All right, next we got tier 3 head-to-head at Hockenheim Grand Prix. Should be a single lapper, yep. Followed by elimination at Dubai International, and we got Le Mans 24-hour circuit cup evening layout or evening rendering with a PR 73.6 required for this double lap endurance circuit race. And then that gets us to the first showcased here, Lamborghini Veneno. And we got 2 races to complete here. One in the form of Hunter at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix Circuit. So that's a full lap. And the other in the form of Cup at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. It's going to be 4 quick laps in Texas. And next, we got the featured time trial tier, of course. This one at Daytona road course. So, minute 16. Is that how long it takes to get through? Yeah. Daytona. Those are, especially with these fast cars, are tricky. Anyway, that gets us to tier 6. We got a drag race taking place at the Brickyard Road Course, followed by Speed Snap at Nürburgring Grand Prix Circuit. And the Cup is taking place at Suzuka Grand Prix, PR 76.3 required for this 3-lap Cup. All right, and let's see, what was the PR requirement back in tier 3? 73.6. And it's, I guess I was like, was that the same number? No, 76.3 there. The 2 last digits are flipped around, huh? All right. Moving on to tier 7. Right. We got Autocross at Catalunya Grand Prix, Endurance at Spa, and Cup for tier 7 is going to be at Hockenheim National. PR 77.2 required for this 4-lap Cup. Pretty short event for these cars. And tier 8, we got elimination at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, head-to-head at Porsche Test Track Long On-Road Circuit, just a single lapper, as you would expect. And then the Cup for tier 8 takes place at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix, PR 78.2 required for this 3-lap Cup. All right, and that takes us to the next showcased here, featuring Porsche 935, and we've got Speed Snap at Dubai Grand Prix and a Cup at Daytona Road Course, and that's gonna be 3-lap Cup. And of course, all the showcase tier races don't have PR requirement. Anyway, time trial for Porsche 935 is going to take place at Bathurst Circuit, Mount Panorama. And let's see, minute 26, minute 25 if you are super fast. All right. Yeah, that is pretty blazingly fast, isn't it? All right. Tier 11, we've got, we're kind of making our way past the halfway point here, aren't we? Anyway, Tier 11, we got Drag Race at Nürburgring Grand Prix, followed by Hunter at Laguna Seca. And then Cup 4 Tier 11 takes place at Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. PR 78.2 required for this 4-lap cup. Heading on over to the next tier, Tier 12, we got Autocross at Hockenheim Grand Prix. Speed record at Monza Junior course, followed by Cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. PR 82.6 required, and that's going to be a 4-lap cup. And the Tier 13, we got Endurance at Catalunya Club Circuit, Speed Snap at Berlin, and the Cup at Dubai Grand Prix Circuit. PR 85.8 required for this 3-lap cup. So far, I think this may be the last cup that Veneno can take part in, because the PR requirement is gonna shoot upwards of north of 86, which is where Veneno maxes out at, right? Anyway, that does get us to, though, before that happens, to the final showcase tier featuring the King of the Hill, Bugatti La Voiture Noire. We got head-to-head at Bugatti Circuit, once again a single lapper, followed by a cup at Nürburgring Grand Prix, and it's going to be a 3-lap cup. Then comes the final time trial featuring La Voiture Noire, and this one's going to take place in US of A, Circuit of the Americas, Grand Prix Circuit, and minute 24. Minute 23, minute 24. That's, yeah, once again, top speed, guys. Always very impressive. Tier 16. Right. I guess this tier you can still do it with a Veneno, since PR requirement for the cup is 85.8. Anyway, we got Elimination at the Brickyard Road Course, and Hunter at the Porsche Test Track Short On-Road Circuit. And the cup, as I said, PR 85.8 here is going to take place at Laguna Seca. It's a quick 5 laps. That doesn't seem as long, does it now? All right, up next we got Tier 17. Endurance at Dubai Grand Prix, followed by head-to-head at Suzuka Grand Prix. Should be a single lapper, yep. And then we got Cup at Catalunya Grand Prix, and there's a PR jump up to 89.8. And it's gonna be a 4-lap cup, but Catalunya Grand Prix is a little bit smaller in size, so shouldn't take too long, especially with the cars of this caliber. And Tier 18, we got Autocross at Berlin, Drag Race at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, and the Cup at Melbourne, requiring PR 92. So, yeah, there are only 2 cars that can unlock this series, Porsche and Bugatti here. So that's going to be a 6-lap cup. And then Tier 19, we got Speed Snap at Spa, followed by Elimination at Melbourne, and the cup is going to take place at Monza Road Course. And now this one has PR requirement of 94.1, so a little bit of a leap again. And this is where this is the only guy that can unlock it, because yeah, Porsche is locked out. Same for Veneno, of course. And it's going to be a 4-lap cup in Italy. All right, that takes us to the final tier of the series. We got head-to-head at Catalunya Grand Prix, so that should be a single lapper, followed by Hunter at the Brickyard Road Course. Of course, that's a single lap as well. And then the final cup, with a PR requirement of 96.4, is going to take place at Mount Panorama, and it's going to be a 4-lap cup. So is it worth spending that extra, like some upwards of 600 gold or so? I don't know. Only you can answer that question. As I said, take advantage of the, what do you call that, the upgrade discount. when they come around. Otherwise, save up, right? So anyway, that will do it for this quick overview of the series History in Motion. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.